Hey, welcome to 30 minutes of full body HIIT, no repeating of any exercise, and no rest. All you'll need is a mat and some water, and we'll get started in about 5 seconds with a warm-up. All right, great. Hello and welcome. We'll get started with a warm-up with some big shoulder rolls to the front. Remember, if you need a break, to pause the video at any time. Let's reverse our shoulder rolls to the back. And then we'll extend our arms out to the side while we pivot on the back foot. 3, 2, and 1. Come to the side of your mat. We'll do a triple toe tap. So 1, 2, 3. Step to the center, arms up, and then step to the side. 1, 2, 3. Center. We'll do one more. Great job. Let's walk out to a plank. Hold the plank for a second. Take your right foot outside of your right hand. Tap your left knee down 3 times. Then we'll open up to the right as we thread our right arm under the left. We'll do that 2 more times. And last one. Step your right foot back to plank. Left foot forward outside of the left hand. Open up to the left. Thread the left arm underneath the right armpit 3 times. Last one. Tap your right knee down on the mat. Then we'll step our left foot back to plank. Walk your hands back to your feet and slowly roll it up. Great job. And we will start in about 30 seconds. Sorry, let me just check my messages here. And let's end with 15 seconds of jumping jacks, and then we'll get into our first exercise. So let's start with jumping jacks right now. The first exercise will be plank up down, so we'll start on our mat. All right, let's walk out into a plank, straight arm plank. Get that good form first, straight line from your butt to your shoulders. Then transition down to your forearms. Then back up to the straight arm plank. So down to your forearms, back up, straight arm plank. As you travel up and down, your plank should stay level. So as your shoulders go down, your butt goes down slightly. And as you come up, your butt comes up slightly. Great job, keep that going. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Next exercise is pyramid tricep extension. Let's do that sitting down. So have your feet on the mat, knees bent. Your hands behind you in a pyramid. So your index fingers are touching, your thumbs are touching. You're making a pyramid or a diamond with your index finger and thumbs. And we're lifting our butt off slightly up the mat. And as we bend our elbows, our butt lowers to the ground. 10 more seconds here. Then we'll flip over on our mat to do 1 push-up, then 4 mountain climbers. Great job. Flip over. Plank position, push-up position. 1 full range of motion push-up. Come back up. 4 mountain climbers. 3, 4. Slowly lower to the ground. 1 push-up. 4 mountain climbers. Remember, there's no breaks in this session, so pause the video whenever you need to. Grab some water whenever you need to. Ten more seconds here. Nice and slow, down to the mat, and back up. Great job. Next exercise, we'll flip over into a crab position, similar to our tricep dips there. So feet on the mat, knees bent. Lift yourself up into a crab position. Then we'll touch our knee, then touch our toe. Opposite hand, so right hand to left knee, and then right hand to left foot. Left hand to left knee, left hand to left foot. Ten more seconds here. Up next is the reverse lunge with overhead press. We'll do alternating legs. So start at the front of your mat, lunge backwards with one leg as you press overhead with both your arms. Then other leg. Every time you lunge back, you try and get your knee as close to the mat as possible, and you stretch your arms out next to your ears as high as you can go. 10 more seconds. 2, 1. Up next is 4 quick punches, and then 8 jumping jacks. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. Back to the jumping jacks. 4 quick jabs. Making sure your jumping jacks, your feet spread nice and far apart. Your hands come together at the top of your jumping jack. And then when you do those punches, nice and fast. 5 more seconds here. Up next is a shrimp squat. Great job. So place all of your weight into your right leg. Take your left heel back to your glute, and then slowly squat down on your right. So this is a lot harder than a standard squat. As low as you can go. You could also do a pistol squat. That's where your front leg or your left leg is front. We'll transition to the other side. So all the weight into the left leg. Right heel comes to right glute as you squat down nice and low. Great job. Up now, standard burpees. Hop up, hop out, hop down, hop back in, hop up. You only have to do each one of these exercises one time today, so go all out for each exercise. You could also do half burpees. That's where you only go down halfway. 15 more seconds here. Or you could do the whole burpee. 5 more seconds, then we're up to our feet for turn jumps. 3, 2, 1. So you can start facing the left. Jump up, over to the right. Jump up over to the left. Every time you land in a squat position. And every time you jump up, you explode and turn to the opposite side. If this makes you too dizzy, you could just stand in the center, squat jumps. 10 more seconds here. Then we'll be on our mat for leg rainbows. 3, 2, 1. Come down to your mat. Butt on your mat. Hands next to your hips. Legs out straight. Glute together, making a rainbow. Left to right, then right to left. Trying to keep your midsection, your core nice and still. Your abs, your lower abs are doing all the work here. "15 more seconds here. Then we're up to our feet for alternating front lunges. Great job. Come up to your feet. Alternating front lunges. So we'll start with the right. Step out with the right. Come back to center. Step out to the left. Back to center. Keep that going. 30 more seconds. To add extra challenge, you could raise your arms up next to your ears as you lunge forward, or you can add a balance at the end as you step back, balance on that one leg. 10 more seconds here. Then we'll do wide grip push-ups. Awesome job. Walk out to a plank. Make sure your hands are wider than your shoulders. For me, that's my hands on the edge of the mat. Then we do wide grip push-ups all the way down to the ground, back up. My hands are wider than my shoulders. My feet are hip distance apart. Holding that nice straight line from your shoulders to your butt, down to your feet. Seven more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Come up to standing for jumping jacks. 45 seconds of jumping jacks. Pick up the pace. Go as fast as you can. Feet jump out wide. Hands touch at the top. Nice and light on your feet. 10 more seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Up next is a small jump. So it's hopscotch, so it's out to the left, out to the right, in. Just like as if you were playing hopscotch. You could do any types of jumps you want here. It doesn't matter as long as you keep moving, as long as you keep your heart rate up. Just imagine an imaginary hopscotch board. Maybe you go from the top of your mat to the bottom and then turn around. However you want to do it. Just keep moving. 5 more seconds, then we'll be down on our mat. All right, 3, 2, 1. Down on your mat for bear crawl. So come to all fours. Lift your knees slightly off the mat so you're in a beast position, and then crawl forward to the top of your mat, and then crawl backwards to the back of your mat. Alternating hands and feet as you crawl. Never letting your knees touch the ground. Keeping your butt and your shoulders nice and low. 10 more seconds. And then we're up to our feet. Go to one side of your mat, side to side shuffle. So shuffle to one side, and then when you get to the end, hold your knee up, hold your leg up for a brief second. Small steps here. 25 more seconds. Great job. 20. As you shuffle side to side, use your arms. Get a little bit extra exercise in there. All right, in 5 seconds, we'll do 45 seconds of tuck jumps. So from a standing position, jump up, touch your knees towards your hands, tuck your knees in towards your chest, jump as high as you can go, and land as softly as you can on the balls of your feet. If you don't want to jump, you could do high knees, marching in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time for the frog stand. I'll show you from the side. Come down into a sumo squat position, nice and low, as if you were a frog. Hands out in front of you. Shift all your weight into your palms, into your wrists. As you press your elbows into your knees, you shift your weight forward until you can kind of balance your back feet off the mat ever so slightly. Feel free to readjust. See if you can get a better balance going. I'm not having much luck today, but that's okay, because my elbows are so sweaty already. They're sliding off my knees. If you can't get your feet up, just hover your weight over your wrists and hold that. Great job. Come up. We're doing a run, running in place, not a jog, a run. So you're running as fast as you can go, using your hands, getting those knees up high, feet leave the mat. $15 more seconds here. Really burn some rubber now, as fast as you can go, faster than you were going before. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Down on your mat, all the way down, laying flat. Push your pelvis down, scoop your abs up. Reach your arms out in front of you, legs out behind you for Superman. Just hold that position. Arms stretching forward as much as possible. Legs behind you glued together, stretching back. It's not about how high you can reach, but how far forward and far backward you can reach. 10 more seconds in the Superman. Then we're up to our knees in kneeling for surrenders. Come to your knees, kneeling position. We're going to transition from this position to a squat position. So come up one knee at a time, and then lower down one knee at a time. Making sure you stay low the entire time. Making sure your torso is upright. Your eyes are on the horizon. 20 more seconds. We're more than halfway through the workout. More than 66% even. All right, in 5 seconds, we'll come to standing. We'll create some imaginary resistance since we're not using any weights. Come to standing, slight bend in your knees. I'll show you from the front. We'll do 3 bicep curls, creating imaginary resistance. And then we'll hinge forward, flat back, elbows above our back. And we'll do 3 tricep kickbacks. So come to standing, knees slightly bent. 3 bicep curls, hinge forward. And then fists, wrists extend. 3 tricep kickbacks, then 3 bicep curls, and 3 tricep kickbacks. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Up next is 45 seconds of fast feet. That's where you quickly lift your feet off the mat one at a time, landing on the balls of your feet so your heels never touch the mat. And you're going as fast as you can. You can add some arms here if you want. 25 more seconds. If you want to slow this down, slow jog in place. Otherwise, keep up those fast feet. 10 more seconds. Then we'll transition all of our weight into our right ankle for stiff leg ankle hops. So all of the weight in the right, left leg comes up, and we just do small hops on our right. And halfway through, we'll transition over to the left ankle. Holding your balance, keeping your chest nice and proud. All right, let's switch over to the left ankle. All the weight into the left, right leg up. 20 more seconds here. Ten more seconds. Then we're going to twist and throw a punch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So twist, punch, twist, punch. And then when you have that down, pick up the pace, making sure you twist all the way to the left. So you're looking at the left wall, throwing that punch, and then twisting over to the right, all the way to the right wall, throwing that punch. Go as fast as you can go here. If your feet get wider and wider apart, just recenter yourself. Three, 2, 1. Find one side of your mat. Skate over to the other side. 2 more times. 3 skaters. 6 high knees. Skate, skate, skate. Knee, 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 knee. So try and get in at least 3 skaters. And if you really don't count the high knees, just do a few and then transition back to the skaters. 10 more seconds here. Up next are ball slams. So what we do is our hip distance apart, our feet are hip distance apart. We pivot to one side, lunge. And while we pivot to the left side and lunge, we swing our arms up overhead like we were throwing a ball down to the ground. And then pivot over to the other side, throw that ball down to the ground. Try and touch the ground each time you throw that imaginary ball to the ground. Nice big up and over. Imagine you really have that ball in your hand. So you're having imaginary resistance between your 2 hands. All right, come down to the mat, tricep dips. Feet on the mat, butt on the mat, hands behind your butt. Lift your butt slightly off the mat, straight arms. Then bend your elbows. Activate the triceps, push yourself back up. Small range of motion. Your butt just grazes the ground before you press yourself back up using your triceps. Down to our last 2 or 3 exercises. Then we'll do a cool down and then we will be done. All right, 5 seconds, we're up to standing for butt kickers. Great job, come to standing. Butt kickers, so it's a jog, but you exaggerate kicking your heels towards your butt. 30 more seconds here. Then I believe our last exercise, which is a core exercise, then we'll get into a cool down. Maybe you do some arm reaches as you do the butt kickers. All right, in 3 seconds, we're down on our mat for our last exercise, glute bridges. Come back down, same position as the tricep dips. Then lift using your glutes, lift your hips to the sky, keeping your feet flat on the ground. Using your glutes here. This is also called a reverse plank, but really squeeze your butt here to make it a glute bridge. You could also come down to the mat and raise your rear end up like this. All right, in 5 seconds, we'll be into a cool down. Great job, cool down time. Come to your mat, find a child's pose. So flip on over. Sit back in a child's pose. On your next exhale, walk your hands over to one side of the mat. Back to center. Deep breath in. Next exhale, hands over to the other side of the mat. Great job. Come to kneeling. Right foot comes forward. Foot on the mat. Hands up, straight to the sky. Come to prayer position. Take your left elbow, twist over to your right. Looking over your right shoulder. Come back to center. Back to kneeling. Left foot comes forward. Hands straight up next to your ears. Hands come to prayer position. Take your right elbow outside of your left knee and twist to the left. Looking over your left shoulder. And then back to center. Find yourself into a downward facing dog. Pedaling out your feet one at a time. 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands back to your feet. Stay in a forward fold for a few seconds. And let's slowly roll it up. Great job. We'll take a quick quad stretch on the right. Right heel back to right glute. Great job. Quad stretch on the left. Left heel to left glute. Back to standing. We'll take 3 deep breaths. 1. Exhale. 2. And exhale. And last one. And exhale. Great job. That was 30 minutes of high intensity exercises with no repeat exercises, no breaks. So after this, please grab some water, cool down even more for a little bit. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you soon. Thanks again. Bye.
Good vibration, yeah. That's the positive vibes and we creating, yeah. The sounds that make you feel right, we keep